Scarpins Avenue. I'm out of conversation. I'm on my private jet, like while everyone is sleeping.
Hey everybody, welcome again to Scarborough Country, the virus edition, the Pani-pods, and then our buddy Ed Ellington, who's been watching this from Mississippi, called it the basement takes.
Not the basement tapes.
The basement takes. Way to go, Ed. I love that.
Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to everyone who's been listening and sharing this with friends. Very simple. Rate it, review it, subscribe to it, and tell a bunch of people about it. And that's how we spread the word.
Here's how you tell them. It's 30 minutes in your day, whatever you're doing. If you're going to take 30 minutes to walk outside and just clear your thoughts, how about laugh for 30 minutes?
There you go.
Here, we're going to make you laugh for 30 minutes and make you forget about, look, we're not showing you another chart. You're not going to see a chart here.
No.
Okay? We know it's out there. There's plenty of time to see charts. Going to relax.
Take a break from the news and listen to our take on really weird things that are happening.
Just what's happening in the world from the way we see it and extrapolating out on those takes. Like we talked yesterday or a couple days ago about the Hustler Club in Las Vegas.
Larry Flint.
Donating food instead of lap dances, which no one asked them to do that.
Yeah, that's always.
We got food. We're good. We don't need them.
We don't need them. So now,
not to be outdone by
the city of Portland, and we've said this. We said it the other day. The city of Portland and their strippers.
Yeah,
they
very casual.
They're very casual. They're stripping everywhere. We were at a Denny's. Our stripper was like, "Do you want more boysenberry?" We're like, "That's an IHOP flavor."
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. But
there was a lot of time in there in like, I want to say the 80s where Denny's and IHOP, we didn't know what their messaging got crossed over. Like if I asked you who sold the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, there's a moment where you'd be like, that's Denny's. No, that's not IHOP. That's IHOP.
I know that's IHOP because I Googled it the other day.
Grand Slam was Denny's.
Grand Slam breakfast.
Denny's had a sports sort of a tinge to it, but Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, by the way, there's no cool way
to order that.
You cannot sound cool.
There's only one person who can order that. That's Rip Taylor. May he rest in peace. R.I.P.
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
That's it. There's only one way to order it.
Miles Davis. I watched the Miles Davis documentary on Netflix. That's another thing. That's a great thing to watch.
Good rec. There you go.
Beautiful musician, made amazing music. Punched some women. That's not cool.
That's not good.
He couldn't order Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
No.
Without, like, even people would be like, sorry, Miles.
If he did that, I'd call that the birth of uncool.
Thank you.
So some things are happening now. Portland's trying to outdo the Hustler Club in Vegas because now there are strip clubs in Portland. Or
the Lucky Devil Lounge, which did we see?
I don't think we
might have gone to
Lucky Devil. I don't think so. I don't think so. But Lucky Devil Lounge is a bar that also has stripping, and they're sending their strippers out to deliver food.
Topless
food delivery.
Is that a good idea?
You know, I understand the theory.
On paper.
I understand the reasoning behind it, but
trying to do for the community.
And I don't want to be a negative Nelly here, but let's say they bring you your food.
Sure.
And it's cold or
they're missing something.
Oh, there's not a green sauce in there. You want a green sauce. Yeah. So now you got to have a very specific conversation
with a woman whose boobs are out.
Yeah, who doesn't have a shirt on. And so you got to have like administrative, like, can you call back and see if they can take that off the bill?
I just want the dipping sauce I ordered. You're basically arguing with...
Go back in your car, put your shirt on, and call
the manager.
And see if we can either get me the sauce I ordered or take this off the bill. And if she's like, I don't want to do that, then you have to be like, well, then I'm going to call my credit card place and that. So now you're having a very
specific,
mundane, monetary conversation with a woman without a shirt on.
I mean, you're in Pensacola, Florida.
Right.
On a Thursday.
Right.
Is where you are.
So that's one thing. Because wasn't there a truck that was out here in LA, Rand? Didn't you drive by this truck? And on the side it advertised topless maids.
Topless maids.
Women who would come and clean your house.
Topless.
I
guess that's fine, but I'm going to guarantee you that they're not going to do a great job of cleaning your house.
Right.
They're not getting under the furniture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're there to dust a little bit.
Maybe that should be their slogan. We're going to leave it dirtier than it was when we came here.
There you go. That's a great.
So then they don't make any promises.
It may be dirtier than before we started.
We're topless maids. Things are about to get dirty.
Yeah.
Like then
Why are we writing their slogans for them?
They're not even making promises to be good. So
but who is again ordering food from a strip club? Who out there is saying, I'm hungry. I have all the choices to deliver to me. Let's go to a strip. There are no strip clubs with Michelin stars.
they call it Boober Eats, which I'll give them credit. I'm a sucker for a good pun every once in a while.
Do they really call it Boober Eats?
I think they're calling
They are not calling it Boober Eats.
They might. But so here's what.
Thank God you didn't call it Boober Eats.
Here's my thing. I don't think you want to see the kind of car that a stripper has ever. You don't want to see that car. You don't want to know that she's got a padiddle.
Yeah.
One headlight out in the front. You don't want to know how bad it is.
It starts to chip away at the mistake.
I don't want to see like a 1996 like Kia Sorento.
Right. Here's what I definitely don't want to see if a topless woman is delivering food to my house. A baby car seat. That's gonna ruin it.
That ruins everything.
That ends it.
That ruins everything. Especially in this virus time.
That's right.
Like
she's working for somebody, but
you don't want to know.
She's toplessly delivering your chimichangas for two.
And you look over her shoulder and you see, there's a Graco.
There's a Graco unattachable car seat.
Mm-hmm. And it's facing backwards. So how small is that, baby?
I mean,
that's under a year.
I don't like that.
Good try, Portland. It's, you know what? A for effort, but let's
first of all,
let's talk it all the way through.
Glad that we're keeping the strippers employed.
Yeah.
Exotic dancers employed. That's great.
Yeah. Yes.
But let's think this idea through before we put it out there. This is like putting them out on the front lines like this is like saying that we have a vaccine. Yeah, it's going to work in some instances, but in other instances...
It's going to make you feel better for a minute. It's like someone saying, hey, if you inject vitamin C straight into your veins, we can control the virus.
Sure, maybe, but it could cause other problems.
Right. So, look, this is what it is.
It's untested yet. You're
giving us a little hope, but I don't know if that's enough.
We need to test these topless food delivery women with a control group.
What kind of car do they have?
With a control
Put away the baby car seats.
Before we go through it.
I guess.
All right, let's move on to another story. And this just happened. A gun dealer. I'm glad that there are still lawsuits happening.
Oh, first of all, gun purchases are going through the roof.
Way up. If you're a gun dealer right now, congratulations.
There you go. Capitalizing.
I'm not happy about it. The less guns, the better. By the way, we can get through. You're not going to shoot the virus dead.
Yeah.
Okay. But the less guns, the better. That's what I say.
Also, are people fearful that like it's going to be like a virus zombie apocalypse?
Yeah,
and they're going to have to shoot their way out of it.
Yes. Someone's coming at you and they're going to...
I'm going to take 6 shots and get out of my garage.
Yeah, I think so. People watch Bird Box too much.
Are they scared that there's going to be a run on, someone's going to come to your house and steal your toilet paper?
Yeah.
Or try to steal your money, I guess. But money doesn't matter.
We'll figure out, get a bidet, guys, get a bidet. Andrew Clyde is the guy's name.
2 first names. He's going to have a middle name. So he's going to have 3 first names. So
serial killer. Gun killer. Gun dealer. Might as well be a gun killer. In Athens, Georgia, is suing the Athens-Clarke County government over its emergency shelter-in-place policy.
And I read
the policy that's saving everyone.
Right. He's saying, I'm going to sue you because you're saying that a gun
store isn't
an essential place where people can go. And he's saying
not an essential business. He's saying a gun is
We are an essential business as much as your grocery store. Without guns, how will you live?
Yeah, that's a great point.
And it's amazing because I've never owned a gun and I'm 48 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm amazed that I've lived to this point. I'm amazed that I've actually...
Without that essential thing.
It's a miracle of modern medicine.
I guess we're the exceptions to the rule. I mean, everybody should.
Look, I don't want to tell other people how to live. I really, it's apparent to this guy that guns are so essential. They're as essential as the air we breathe.
It's more essential than the food we eat.
It's as essential as the air you breathe until someone shoots you.
It is as essential as the food we eat. And I'm sure there are a lot of people right now that would like to see this man swallow his gun.
Sure.
He is a Republican candidate. All right. for the Georgia House of Representatives and a full-time player. Of course he's running for government in Georgia. I wonder if he's leading in the polls. He might shoot his way up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to argue again, essential business.
That's what the gun, I guess.
Unless you're hurting for food.
Yeah.
And that is...
I just feel like someone needs to just, I don't know, take him out back and shoot him.
Don't take him out.
Don't do that. But I just feel like someone needs to just have a conversation with him and be like, hey, man,
here's what essential is and here's what non-essential is. You're not going to change his mind.
You'll never change his mind.
By the way, you can have that opinion. Just don't sue the government. Because I'm sure the government is like, hey, we got to mount our defense against this guy as opposed to like come up with...
Yeah, here's the good news. Why don't we take some time out of our day with trying to feel out how we can save this community on a local level and deal with this lawsuit?
Ventilators. We got to mount a defense here.
Now, obviously, I know an attorney is the person who handles it for the government, but still, they shouldn't be dealing with it. Nobody should be dealing with your dumb, frivolous lawsuit. Don't come and shoot us, please.
Please do not shoot us. I will say this. Again, people come to us and ask us as we head to a little break. What podcasts are you guys listening to?
And we are listening to podcasts are getting us through this.
And they should be getting you through it as well. We have a number on the Scarborough Country Network that if you haven't heard them, you need to hear them.
Yes.
Our good friends, Greg Hess and Holly Laurent, have a fantastic podcast called Mega. And
it's an improvised podcast
about a mega church. And
it's funny.
You know, mega churches to me, this is like their Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You know how the Oscars is, people will say that is the gay man's Super Bowl?
This virus.
End of days and virus is like mega churches. It's showtime.
Right.
So I wonder how they're handling it right now. I hope they're doing well. And they left us a little message. So let's check that out. And then we'll go to break. And when we come back,
we got a crazy story from central Pennsylvania
about a guy who broke into his parents' house to steal something very interesting. So listen to this message and we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Hey there, Sklar Brothers. It's Hallie Labont from Mega the Podcast. As you know, we're an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
Hey guys, it's Gray Haas. I'm the youth leader for our teen ministry called Climax.
So with all this virus stuff going around, we just want to take a moment and say, God doesn't give us anything that's too big to handle.
Yeah, the coronavirus is microscopic.
You can't even see it. Well, luckily, the president said that the pandemic will be finished up by Easter. I, for one, cannot think of a better day to bring our dead 401ks back to life than the day that Jesus sprang forth from the tomb.
Hey, you know, Hallie, I also wanted to remind people that during this time of quarantine, we've really got to remember to check in with the most important part of that word, which is teen.
Totally.
Parents, you've got to have an open-door policy right now. Teens, you cannot be self-isolating in their rooms because, you know, self-isolation leads to self-recreation, if you know what I mean.
So just keep them downstairs with the family, everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Keep them off TikTok. That's the devil's playground.
So thanks, Sklar Bros. We hope you're doing great. Hey, we're praying for you in these trying times. And prayer is more powerful than a pandemic?
Yeah, let's hope so.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Once again, tell some friends, rate, review, subscribe to this. Thank you for tuning in. If you've watched this on our Instagram and you came to us that way, we are grateful to have you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. And again, we are consumers of podcasts like you guys are. So all we're trying to do right now is give you 30 minutes of fun and relaxation and a little bit of a break from the dark cloud that is the news that we are all facing.
People have asked what these pictures are behind us. They're part of a 4-part series that my wife's godmother, when she lived in Africa, she lived with this tribe of people and they let her photograph them. And we have these photographs. We inherited those photographs. So that's what's hanging up in our basement. There you go. That's a little answer for a little people were asking that question.
Yeah, and feel free to ask us questions. We are on Twitter at Sklar Brothers. We are on Instagram at Sklar Brothers. We're going to continue to post up content. And we are look, there are a lot of things we can't do. We can't go out and perform live, and it is killing me. It's killing me on a daily basis because I miss seeing other comics. I miss working on new material. I miss connecting with audiences. Randy and I were supposed to do a bunch of dates that we will reschedule, and they will come back over the course of this next several months, year or so, once we're allowed to go back out and gather as people. But we miss it. So we say to ourselves as creative people, we don't want to burrow into a shell and just stop making things for you guys. So
Don't wait, create.
don't wait, create. That has been our mantra. So we're doing this. And then we're also trying to put together a YouTube page, a single landing space where all these episodes will land. Old episodes of Cheap Seats will be there.
Yeah.
We're going to, if we get to a point where we're able to start making some new Cheap Seats content,
We'll do that.
we'll land those there. Anything that we've done, any little videos that are super fun that you guys have enjoyed from our past that we've created will live on our Sklar Brothers YouTube page. And we should have that up and running within a week or so.
Yeah,
So
but end of next week or maybe beginning of the following week. Also, tomorrow, if you want to see some stand-up, we're going to host a show
yes.
on the, and I hope we can figure this thing out. We should be able to. If it went as smoothly as
The Dan Van Kirk Sklar Brothers announcement of Dumb People Town, the Tiger King episodes,
then it's going to be a cinch. It's going to be easy. No, we're going to get this thing right. We're doing a live stand-up show that we're going to do on Instagram Live tomorrow.
we'll be in Randy's kitchen maybe.
Or my kitchen, or even or perhaps my wife's office.
Yeah.
We'll do it there, and Dan Van Kirk's going to do stand-up on it. Hopefully, Cameron Esposito is going to do stand-up on it, and a couple other people, Nate Fridson. It's going to be a blast. So tune in, just log into and check out the JFL, Just for Laughs, Montreal Comedy Festival Instagram handle, and you'll see us doing that at 5 p.m. Pacific time,
8 p.m. Eastern time. Stand-up. You want to go
Stand-up.
see a stand-up show?
We're going to give it to you for free right there. So definitely check that out.
All right, let's get to this story, because this, to me, is what this pandemic
It's making us
has
all
brought
down.
us to. It has brought us to this place.
Okay. A Dagus Mines man.
Dagus Mines.
Dagus Mines was arrested for breaking into his parents' house
So this is in central Pennsylvania.
while they were away in Florida to steal some meatballs.
Why do the cops have to be brought into this? That is my question. Why?
His response, and I half expected.
I'm a parent, and if my
His
kids,
response was that it was a good meatball.
hey, it's a good meatball. I don't know why you won't let me have this meatball.
I would say this: shouldn't he have a key? If that, to me, is the first indication that your relationship with your kids are not going
With your
well.
parents is on the rocks.
Both. If you don't have a key to your parents' house, that's either on you. You lost the key.
Or worse,
They don't want you to have the key.
so the parents have a ring system, right? That ring thing where
Yeah.
you can like see from your phone
And it
who's
dings,
at your house.
which, by the way, every older person, I haven't, but every older person has it. So if you walk through like a if you did in the old days before the pandemic, walk through like a Home Depot or anything, you just hear this ring-a-ling-a-ling on everyone's phone. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Everyone's ring is like going off.
Right.
Because people know that old people are out shopping for hardware stuff and they're just bombarding the house.
Sure.
So
Makes
they have a
sense.
ring thing, and it rang down there in Florida to let them know that he was up there, and they called the cops on him.
Which I guess, does Ring directly call the cops, or you call the cops?
I think you called it. You say, Ring, we have a problem. Ring, we have an issue.
Right.
If you're not at home and you don't want your kids to be there, that is a problem. That is a failure within your relationship. You need to go to therapy.
If you are not home and you don't want your kids there and you need the cops to intervene,
You're estranged.
you failed. You failed on some level. So one of you failed. Someone. The kid, the parents. Maybe the parents tried really hard and this kid sucks.
They got the Ring notification, and then it was go time. Like, call the SWAT in. We got to get our kid out of here. You
So
ready?
this guy, all he was doing,
Just to protect. We must protect these meatballs.
which is Under Armour's theme. So all this guy wanted to do was steal some frozen meatballs. And then one more thing. I think
Michael Knepp. K-N-E-P-P. He stole the sound of the K.
that's a silent K because he's the silent killer.
Little Mikey Knepp, which, by the way, I know he's a grown man, but he will forever be Little Mikey Knepp.
Little Mikey Knepp.
You're a Little Mikey Knepp,
Do you ever hear what happened to Little Mikey Knepp?
Walk into his parents' house, try to steal some
Call the
meatballs.
cops. They call the cops on him.
You remember Little Mikey Knepp, right?
Barely. He loved to meet a balls.
Kid ate his own vomit, right?
He loved his meet a balls.
Can't believe he was a high school senior when he did it. Ate his own vomit.
Yeah.
That's Little Mikey Knepp for you.
So Little Mikey Knepp breaks into the parents' house. I don't think it was just meatballs, right?
No.
Give me a
Frozen
verification.
meatballs and chocolate chips.
Okay.
What is this, 7?
That sounds like, what do you guys want for dinner? This is now, because of the pandemic, this is what I'm asking 45 times a day.
What do you guys
want for dinner? And I can't cook. I'm not like Randy's wife.
Meatballs and chocolate chips.
Meatballs and chocolate chips, fine.
Go ahead.
I go and make it. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm like, that's okay. That's a meal that a child whose parents have disappeared and is left with what's in the house makes.
That to me is a meal that a child would eat and Donald Trump would eat.
Yes.
Meatballs
with chocolate chips. That's what he wants. What does the president want for dinner? He wants meatballs and chocolate chips.
Sprinkle some chocolate chips on those meatballs.
Just
and
sprinkle them on top.
Good for
melt them. You want us to melt them in? Like cookies, melt them in.
The balls on this guy. The chips on this guy.
This guy's got some serious onions.
How old do you think he is? I mean, I don't know how old he is. We're not playing the game. How old is he? But how old do you think he is?
I know how old he is.
Can I guess how old I think he is?
Did you not
I
see?
did not see.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess.
Those of you at home, shout at your earphones.
Play at home. Shout how old you think.
This is a little dumb people town game we like to play. Guess the age.
Little Mikey Knapp.
Little Mikey Knapp broke into his parents' house.
Tried to steal some meatballs and
chocolate chips. And now here he is.
And he's got arrested for it.
Cops intervened.
This
is on his record.
You ready for how old I think little Mikey Knapp is?
Yes.
59. I do. I think this is a guy.
I want him to be 59.
I wish he was 59.
Look how white my shoes are.
Your shoes are
so
light. They're so light.
They're so light.
They're both possession receivers on the Patriots.
Wow, that is white. All right. So you say 59. Get your answers in. Because little Mikey Knapp, who was arrested for stealing meatballs and chocolate chips from his parents' house while they were in Florida,
is
43 years old.
43!
43. So older. I'm not laughing too hard at you, Rand. That's 16 years of difference.
I was close.
You were kind of close. Little Mikey Knapp loving those meatballs.
And meatball.
And that's it.
I want to. There's one other story that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to get to it.
All right, get to this story because there's nothing we love more than just breaking down what's happening in the world, the sad, sad world that's around us. Because there is comedy, there is stuff to be mined. There is
people are starting to. I think people are starting to lose it.
Yes,
we've been socially distanced.
Starting to, Randy.
And I think maybe let me say this: this pandemic is like the NBA playoffs. Your weaknesses will get exposed in a 7. We're in a 7-game series against coronavirus.
Against a disease.
Now, we may only be at the end of the first quarter of game 1 right now, because the 7-game series, it's like, if you want to play creationism, we don't know how long 7 days was to create this one. 7 days could be
Which,
7
by
months.
the way, we do want to do a TED Talk on intelligent design.
Yep.
We've always wanted to do that because neither of us believe it.
Right.
We just thought it'd be kind of fun to do that.
So we are maybe in the first quarter of the first game of the 7-game series against coronavirus, and we got a long way to go.
Yeah, you better.
We do not have home court advantage either.
So in other words,
we got to win 1 on the road.
So this is what I'm saying to you guys. Let your kids watch a little extra TV.
That's right.
You don't have to run back on defense on everybody. You don't have to play every shot clock out.
You're going to lose a couple games, too.
We need you for game 5.
We ain't sweeping this thing.
We need you for game 6.
Just don't make a stupid J.R. Smith mistake and not know what the score is.
Know the score. Know how much time is left. Know if you have timeouts or not. That hurts for us to even say.
And then get in a bunch of ventilators.
Tell us, Ted. Let's go out on this story. Right?
So we're just trying to figure this out. A man accused of licking deodorants at a Missouri Walmart.
Oh, Missouri. That's our home state.
Is charged with making a terrorist threat. Now,
it's actually pronounced Missouri.
Now,
so he was charged with for making a terrorist threat by licking deodorants.
A man accused of licking items in a Walmart store during the coronavirus outbreak has been charged with making a terror threat. So I think he made a terror threat on top of licking deodorants.
No. I think they're saying that licking the deodorants is the terror threat.
Cody Lee Pfister.
That sounds like 18 different kids that we went to high school with. Randy and I went to high school. Our high school was Parkway North. Pronounced Parkway North.
Mm-hmm.
Our school colors were acid wash.
Yep.
Different tones, two different tones.
Wash. We had a smoking lounge.
We had a smoking lounge at our school, which was weird. Not for the parent, not for the
faculty,
for the kids.
Smoking lounge for the kids.
Because you need to,
tie one off.
Just smoke a little bit, take the edge off of PE.
I gotta climb that rope in PE class.
You'll get up there, bro. You'll get up there.
Anyway, so man accused of licking the things. Cody Lee Pfister.
Cody Lee Pfister.
Charged by the police in Missouri's Warren County after what they said was a video of a man licking merchandise after making a coronavirus statement at a Walmart and posting on social media. So he would have gotten away with it.
Hey, dummy.
He didn't have to post it on social media.
Are you trying to be funny? What are you trying to do? That's not funny.
That's not funny at all.
If your name is Cody Lee Pfister, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not funny.
And by the way, when you're in jail, there's going to be a lot of people Cody Lee fisting you.
Yes. You're gonna meet the Cody Lee Fister.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control, CDC, says that... CDC? They're still in business?
Oh, are they around? They didn't dissolve that?
I thought they dissolved that. Says that a person can get COVID-19 by touching an object with the virus on it and then touching their own mouth. So this is what's happening in Walmarts all over the place. I'm just saying, go in with gloves. By the way,
go in with open eyes, but don't touch those eyes.
Let me just say this. I'm assuming, and when I walk into a Walmart, and maybe this was just me being careful.
10 years ago, I assumed that there were diseases.
Everything was licked on.
And yeah.
Every item.
There was a time when we lived in New York, there was a time where we had a theory about New York City. We had a theory about New York City. What happened to the guy? Do we know? He's going to
Busted.
jail.
Nailed. Arrested.
This was our theory about New York City for a long time. Mm-hmm. If you can touch it,
it's been peed on.
It's been peed on.
And then for a while, because everything you can touch, fire hydrants, trucks, walls,
people or dogs have peed on it. Just assume that, and if you work backwards from that assumption.
It's New York City. Now it's, because we lived there for 5 years, and we lived in it. Then it was, if you could see it, it's been peed on. This thing's way up.
Like you'd see just a stream of thing, like up on a wall, and you're like, man, how do you get up there? I don't know. Someone peed on it.
If you can see it, it's been peed on. New York City.
This guy, so we assume if you go to Walmart, please be careful. Let's just only buy things that come within the packaging. I don't think you need to go to Walmart.
And bring your own wipes to wipe it down.
Wipe it down and look out for Cody Lee Pfister.
All right. Before we head out of here, we had received another voicemail from Nicolas Cage.
This is our third one.
Another voicemail from Nicolas Cage. We're going to send it your way.
He is crushing this virus.
Life.
So
check it out. Run it in his Ghost Rider motorcycle. We're going to let you listen to this little voicemail, and then we'll be out. Thank you guys again for subscribing, rating, reviewing this podcast. Watching on YouTube. We'll have a dedicated YouTube page in the next week or so. We'll get you all set up with that. Good luck this weekend. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Go punch a water faucet, and then go wash your hands with that water faucet. Enjoy this voicemail from Nicolas Cage, and we are out.
We're out.
Jason, Randy, guys, look, I got a bit of a problem at the moment. Now that I'm no longer able to go outside except when I'm riding my motorcycle really fucking fast, having a hard time getting all of my movies in. I have to put myself on tape. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm constantly shooting movies. I've got so many movies currently in development right now, and I refuse to let anything stop me from making my movies because I've got bills to pay, and I've got islands to pay for, and dinosaur bones to display properly throughout my home. So look, I need to find some way to upload videos from my iPhone directly and send them directly to Netflix. Do you guys know how I can do that? I've just been sitting at home and just taking my iPhone and just making my own movies. All of which are great. They usually involve me playing some sort of person who is leaving hell, needs to get on a motorcycle to exact revenge on something, whether it's a lost kid or some sort of friend who's been killed and he has to exact vengeance on someone. Yeah, it's awesome. But look, if you're worried about hey, Nicolas Cage, you're by yourself, how are you going to be able to make movies? Well, guess what? Nick Cage plays every part. Yeah! Guys, look, I just need, if you have any sort of clue of how you can get me in touch with Ted Sarandos, that would be amazing. I'm sure he's at home, because we're all at home. Make sure at home. If you're not at home, get the fuck at home. Now listen, seriously, I just want to make sure that there's a constant stream of Nicolas Cage movies that are being put out into the public, because, you know, guys, like I said, I've got dinosaur bones. I've got a skull that I need to get affixed onto a cane so I can walk around my house and make sure that I've got a proper cane, because what am I, a fucking animal? Every single person needs a cane with a skull on it. Come on, guys, look, let's just make this happen. Guys, Netflix, Quibi, Amazon Prime, if you can get me in touch with Bezos, Brian Grazer, whatever, I know you scholars are good for it, but just, you know, hook a cage up. Yeah, I should put that in one of my movies. All right, I'm gonna get back to shooting a movie. Bye, guys.
And I can beg that, and I really wanna know where you at.